On my way to the Zhukov bunker on the Reitwein Spur, one of the outliers of the Seelöwe Heights that the Russians captured in January of 1945. And this gave a grand overview of the valley, and everywhere you look, literally everywhere you look, you see remains of fortifications, emplacements that the Russians dug to prepare for the last battle, the last attack on Berlin. This is not made by nature, this is made by hands, Soviet soldiers or POWs, I don't know, civilians. This was a beehive of activity in the months leading up to the war. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, it's difficult not to see them actually. Okay, on video it'll be difficult, but the next one should be very clear. As I said, this area was captured in January 1945, about 2 weeks after the Germans launched their main winter offensive, and they were able to do like 500 kilometers in 2 weeks, and they got a couple of bridgeheads across the Oder, which is not too far from where we are, and they also were able to capture this hill here. It's an outlier of the Seelöwe Heights, and from then on they started preparing it for offense, not defense, but offense. Look at this. Little sign here that for these positions they used logs to cover them, and there were seven layers of these type of logs stacked on top of each other to provide some overhead cover. So quite some cover. So we'll be entering the trenches now, where on the 16th of April 1945, the day that the Soviet attack on the Seelöwe Heights began, Field Marshal Zhukov and a bunch of other generals were when the battle began, overlooking the battle from here. This being January, we're actually able to see out over the valley, across the valley, because normally you can't see anything in the summer, that is. So looking out over the Oder floodplains, the Oderbruch, as they call it here locally. And in the distance you can make out, maybe you can just make out another hill mass. And that is the Seelöwe Heights. I didn't really realize it, but it really affects me emotionally standing here on this location. I mean, Zhukov was right there, and I've never crossed paths with him before. So it's a very surreal experience to be standing here on this hill, looking out over the Seelöwe, the floodplains and Seelöwe Heights. It's quite extraordinary to be here. So I'm really enjoying this day. Into another shelter. So, standing, Zhukov's bunker behind me. I want to thank you very much for watching, wrapping up this episode. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. And until we meet again, see you on the battlefields. Bye-bye.